Hello everybody and welcome back to the first video of 2026. Happy New Year! It's time to get back on with dealing with our display updates. So after building the miniature railway for the front of the display, this has changed where certain plates can sit, and so I've had to figure out how to change the track for all of the track to now fit and work, and I need to do that rather sharpish as I have a show coming up in January. So I have my entire layout, most of my layout out today, all of the tracks certainly, so that I can figure out where things need to go. So as well as the miniature railway, I now have all of my repaved streets put together as well, and I've also found I need to repave this corner, which is still in grey. There's also a lot of holes left, 2x2 gaps, and that's where I need to get some 2x2 tiles with the stud in the middle so that I can put minifigures in place. But some of those holes as well will also be where street lamps will go to join these together on the day so that they don't go flying about the place. Really pleased with how they look. It's got a little bit of contrast going on now between the road and the pavements, whereas before the grey on grey was very kind of a bit dull, a bit boring. So pleased with how that's turned out, and I can now spend some time in a moment. I'll count up all the parts that I need and I can get those ordered. One of the next things that I need to consider and think about as well is my road no longer comes to flush with the front of the display, and I want this road to actually be connected into the area for the miniature railway. I think I still might bring this wall for the miniature railway forwards, so that might go back a plate, and then I'll have more of a kind of car park area perhaps here for it. But that does mean that this road plate is not going to line up. So I think what I will do is pull this one up and place the part of the crossing onto this half plate which I have. It's a little irritating because these are all grey, so they kind of match in here, but I did also think I probably want to extend the pavements, the paths across here, so then also put in perhaps like some anti-pedestrian parts in there as well. So I'll have to have a play with that, but that definitely needs to be changed so that this plate can go central with this one, and then I can use a T-junction or a turning point to actually connect those in. So that will have to be done as well. Another update that I've been working on off camera as well is I have extended my station platforms. So originally these slopes used to sit at the very end of these plates, and that was just dead space really. So I just scrounged some bits together from some bulk that I had, and I've extended these only by a short amount either end, just to give a little bit of extra station platform area. I still need to get the defences, so you can see both the extensions on here, and at the other end this side has been extended and I've moved the subway further along as well. But on the opposite side, this one hasn't been extended because it has all of the track pieces in the way there for the switches sitting there to come around. So I've not updated any of that, but that's fine. We've got a much longer platform overall for platform 1, and platform 2 has also got a slight extension, so we're able to accommodate longer trains now on the day that we do the displays. So after all of the rearranging that had to go on with the track down this end, I had some track that was on a 32x32 plate, and half of that plate was left empty. So I've now used up more of the half plates over there, because where those 32 plates were kind of overhanging is now where the miniature railway is sitting. So I had to move, I think it was only 2 sections of track off onto new half plates, and so that I could fill a gap that was ended up being left here. So it's not been too bad, it's not been terrible. And then to get extra half plates, I took the half plates that I was using for my golf course at the front, and I've just added those onto some 32 plates instead. This actually works out quite well because I don't have the canal and tunnel at the end here because I've just really ran out of room. But when that's in place, this is the actual front ending point for that section. So this means that this is now all going to be in line. Eventually then down in the future I will carry on in front of here to complete this section as well with half plates. So I'm going to have to buy maybe another pack or 2 of the off-brand half plates to be able to fill that gap in, but that will make it look a lot more complete and gives me a little bit of extra room to think of some different storytelling to go on. I don't know, maybe I could just put some bit more road sections going on, maybe cars parked up, buses pulled up and waiting, something like that could be fun. Could also mean redeveloping this section here. So yeah, some stuff to consider about what I could be doing with that in the future as well. So I am now back up in my work area, and I've just got done with adding some stickers onto my HST, and I think that now looks pretty cool. I'm not keen on the ones I've done for the carriages, but I think you get the overall kind of look of the HSTs, so I'm pretty pleased with those. Glad that's finished. I've also added the sticker for the Model Engineering Society sign. I'm pleased with that as well. The next steps that I've got are going to be integrating this into the main layout more. As we saw earlier on, I had a base plate that was empty behind it and a base plate that was empty in front of it, and I also had the connection kind of going on to the road that I need to sort out as well. So here is my plan. I'm going to extend this side out by a base plate to create a larger kind of area for picnic area, food stall, maybe like a little gift shop, something like that, just to enhance more of this layout. The base plate that was empty on the other side, it means I'm going to shift the whole display to the end, so that will be at the very end of the display. That gives me another extra base plate in front of the one that we're going to extend into. So to make the most of that, I'm going to use a grey plate in front of this section. So there's a grey plate which will become a car park area, and that will join into the road. Now what I don't have is any more T-junctions in grey, but I do have a T-junction in green. So I'm going to be using a green T-junction for the road, just to be able to have one to use, and that will let me connect into the car park that I'll put together. The other thing that I need to do is to transfer all of the bricks and tracks, etc., off of the crossing, so that that can be updated to have the half plate underneath it for that front section. So I'm going to get started on that. I'll probably start off by extending this display to its full size, and then I'll focus on the car park and road parts. Okay, I've made the main extension for the section now. I didn't go all the way to the edge because I want to soften the transition between being at this base plate level and coming up to this brick level, which is more the height that you have for a mill's plate. So at some point in here I need to transition down. I think very simply though, I am going to have a path that goes from A to B, and I was thinking maybe we do a play park or a picnic area type thing around here perhaps, and at the back I am thinking about maybe moving this siding to be on here instead. I think I mentioned that before, and it opens up this internal area so I can put a bit more foliage of like flower beds and things like that in there. So that's potentially what I'm going to do there. I think that would look really nice as well to go in like that. So that's my current thought. I also moved my sign for the Model Engineering Society from over here to over there. It just helped the bricks space out better. I do have a second sticker printed already, which I'll put that onto that back side as well, so that it will be a sticker on both sides. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good jump. So I'm going to carry on now. We're trying to build up this area, so I'll get a bunch of bulk bricks and basically lay up what I need for the mill's plate side of things, and get this path in and the steps down to this gate. The gate is actually right on top of the studs. If I can't really pull that up any further as well, so I might also just rejig around this so that that gate can be a little bit higher, so I can have some path plates go underneath it as well. But I think it's a much nicer looking gate to have, rather than just the gap that I had beforehand. So let's get that bit sorted out next. Right, that wasn't too bad. So I have tiled off all of the area and created the part where we go lower down towards the gates. I'll put in a path there next as well, which I've got plenty of these grey studded plates to go in there. I also added a fence along where the level crossing is. I just thought it'd make more sense that there was something that blocked people going into an area that they weren't supposed to. I haven't moved this train yet. I still might do that. Don't know. If I did that, I'd have to put the fence right across, and quite like that little division going on. I did have to modify one of these fences to be only 3 long, but that's fine because I needed a 1 long here as well. So from a distance, that looks absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm going to figure out next is what I'm going to put in here. What's going to decorate this area. Probably still should move that train over, I think, is the most sensible. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll see what I decide to do next. Oh, I also did put the sticker on this side as well, so that is now double-sided for the sign for the Model Engineering Society. But yeah, great progress I think made there. Next up, I think we'll be get this path extended out and figure out the car park bit, for which I need the grey tile, like the grey base plate. So I'll have to redo the crossing, the rail crossing, so I can get all the parts I need from that. So I'll give that a go, and then we'll join back in to see how it's going. So in the end, I did decide that I was going to move that train and the siding over. I'm glad that I did. I think it opens up this area a bit more, and I can get a lot more kind of flower beds going and whatnot. So that does mean I'm going to need to order a lot more flower beds as well. So that's going to be another future thing to sort out. And I'm also going to want a couple more of these fences just to finish around this area, or maybe even going straight to the wall, just to keep the general public out of this space. It could be that maybe at the back there I'll have maybe like a coal bunker or something like that for the smaller locos. Could be a possible option. You can also see I've finished off the path going through, and these gates no longer hit them. They've been raised up, which is all lovely. And as I said before, I need to get the plates for the car park area now. So I have redone my crossing. So both parts of this crossing are now on green plates because they are completely covered and can't be seen. I've actually added in the footpaths this time as well. And that corner section that goes in front of the pub has also, I've also been working on getting that sorted out for the new tile colours. So I'm still waiting on some tiles to be delivered for that. I got a notification to say that that has been dispatched from the Bricklink seller, so that's all good. And I've also just popped on the end here. This is the plate that's going to be used at the front. So I've run out of T-junctions in the grey colour, so I've got this green one. In fact, I've got 2 of these green ones, and they look really, really nice. When it's not in the city area, I think it's a lot nicer to have this green road tile instead. So really pleased I've got that. And then what I'm planning to do is bring that grey tile that has been liberated from the crossing. That is now going to make my car park area. So I think what I'll probably do is extend a path along here eventually, and then on this side is I'll make parking bays. So it won't be like loads and loads each side, because Lego cars are quite big. If I just do bays across this side, I think, for where they park up, and then that's how they would get out, I think that's going to be the most sensible thing to do. And then I can display a couple of vehicles in here on the front of the display as well, which would be really nice. I can't put the whole thing like together, so this would obviously be next to that there, and this would be reoriented. But I don't have enough room to put it up here, because my storage boxes with the displays are still up here as well. So that's making it a little bit frustrating to work on. But yeah, pretty pleased thus far. Again, I need to order more of these damn tiles as well, and I don't think I ordered any more of these plain ones. So that's something else I'm going to have to get on order as soon as possible as well. But yeah, good progress. I'm going to carry on with the car park section next, and we'll check back in once that has had some progress. So it's been a little while since I last filmed, but I've been making some good progress on the car park here for the miniature railway. Originally I had said that I was going to keep the bays oriented in this fashion so that the cars would be facing the front, but after placing a example vehicle, I realized that the actual entryway is really blocked off. So I would probably need to lose that front bay for it to make sense for cars to be coming in and out. So I decided that I'm going to keep oriented in this direction instead, as it just makes more sense with the layout that's there for the road. So I have these 3 bays and kind of a small path to the side, as there is a wall here to separate the car park from the main railway itself. But yeah, I think that's going to make the most sense. I did think as well I could put some cones in place here to block this parking space, and maybe it's like a running day for the railway and they block this one off to make it easier for passengers to be able to come and visit. So that could also be like a fun bit of storytelling going on as well. So as I said, this has the wall as well, so if I move it over to where it's going to be, you can see there I've extended the wall out from the section here, and this is all integrated so it's nice and sturdy, won't go flying anywhere. And I've ordered all the tile work that I need and the bricks for the wall at the back as well, and hopefully they should be here before I'm in Taunton for the National Brick event that's being held there next weekend for me now. So let's cross our fingers that does turn up. In the meantime, I just had an order of bricks arrive, so I've got a lot of, I've actually bought 20 sets of wheels because I've got a wagon project that I'm planning at the moment, but most importantly is I've got the gate, not the gates, the fencing that's going to go all the way around the area there. I've got some of the tiles that I need. I've got black tiles to finish off the roof of the little hut. I've got some brown ones to finish off some of the sleepers, all of the tiles which are going to go in for the minifigs on the pavements that I was missing, all of the tiles to go at the backs of those paving areas as well to finish those off. That's the metal bars for the axles and plates to finish off the platforms. So I've got lots now that I'm going to be able to get on with. So that is what I'm going to carry on with. I need to count all these out and make sure I've got the right amount sent, so that's what I'll do next. Also, another thing that I have been working on, or just testing really, is I have a circuit cube. I've ordered another circuit cube as well, but it hasn't turned up yet, and also another set of points. Hopefully that will arrive next week in time for the show, but I have just been running this train for extended periods of time, and it seems that this circuit cube is lasting very well thus far. So I'm really pleased with that. But I did get an issue where the motor started squealing really, really loudly. It was absolutely awful. I wondered whether something had gone wrong in the gearing in the Lego itself, but after taking it off, I found that it was actually this unit, and the gearing on the front here, it's got quite a lot of reduction gears in place, and they were just absolutely screeching. My current theory is that maybe because of the load that they're under, they got a little bit warm, and that was perhaps burning up the grease that was on them originally, which is causing the issues. So all I had to do, there are 2 screws which you can access. I'll get that in focus. 2 screws you can access through these holes below. If you undo those, they don't have to come out through these holes, so as long as you can get a screwdriver into them, that releases this plastic clip on top, and that lets the motor come down. So I released that entirely, and I had some oil which is for my the little steam engine that I've got, the traction engine, the Mamod one, and I used that onto these gears because I knew that that's designed to work under heat. So I just put a tiniest little drop onto these gears, ran it for a little while longer, and since then I've got to say I think it's quieter than it has ever been. So a little bit of lubrication has solved that issue. If I get that problem during the shows, then I'll know that I can just drop this off and put a bit of lubrication in there again. Might be something that needs to be redone. I'm hoping that because that oil's designed for working in heat that it won't be an issue, because this is never going to get as hot as what the operating temperature of that oil is going to be. So pretty happy with now how it sounds when it's running. Much quieter than it was before, and especially if I put the housing over the top as well, it's much quieter again. So yeah, really pleased with that. I'm going to go and do my inventory counting of all these parts that I've ordered, and I'll check back in with you when I should have all of the fencing put in place along the walls, which look pretty good. Well, how about this? Not only have I got the fencing in place, but my other order turned up as well. So I now also have more flowers into the area as well, and I've managed to put some trees in place. I've finished all of the tiling for the car park area as well. I didn't actually order enough 2x4s, so I've just put some 2x2s into this. I'll probably change those out because I'll be a bit OCD about it at some point, but nice and tiled and ready to go. I also got all the extra tiles to be able to finish up the paving here. I've put my, this is my Trix Bricks printed sign for the station there, which is really nice. All of the crossing is finished, and then all of this corner is finished as well, retiled into the proper colours. So everything has come up really nicely, and essentially I think we're ready for the Taunton National Brick event. So I'm really looking forward to it now. Everything seems to be running really well. The only thing that hasn't turned up for me is I ordered another, I think I mentioned, another Brick Tracks point work, and another circuit cube battery for this display as well. They haven't turned up, but that's because they're being held at the local post office, Royal Mail office, and I've no idea why. They received it on the 7th, and it's what, 15th or so now, so I'm not sure why it's just held there. I have heard that there's been some delays with Royal Mail, so I'm really hoping that that gets delivered next week so that I have it for the show, but we'll just have to play that by ear really. So I think that that is going to wrap up everything nicely for this video. Next video I will be reviewing the whole display that we have at the Taunton show, so you can look forward to that, and also coming up at some point in the near future this year as well is I am designing a new locomotive. If you've been following me on my Instagram channel, you'll have seen that that is a 5600 class which I'm building, the chassis of which I actually have here at the moment. So yeah, I might even take this with me to Taunton just to give it a go and see whether it's actually good enough to pull the size trains and wagons that I want. So I've heard a lot of people say that these motors are absolutely rubbish, so we'll give that a go perhaps and see how we get on. So until next time, please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want to carry on seeing the progress that I make with this display throughout 2026, and I'll see you next time. See ya.